Good morning readers. I, Harish Budu, warmly welcome you to my channel. Learn as much as possible from my handwritten articles. This 6th May 2021 opinion paper. Simple common sense, who has 200 million rupees in foreign currencies to import 3 billion drugs and who has encouraged gambling barons from London at Amsterdam, who? The emergency workers are our heroes. We have underlined 19 phrases today. It was hell for me to denounce barons. The accuser became the accused. No inquiry on the 4 Amsterdam members of the Legislative Assembly. My only crime was to expose the looters. A very warm welcome to this 6th May 2021 opinion paper. It will shed some new light on 3 wider issues. Usual caution stands good. In a word, be your own judge. We thank our friends who will share this paper with their close ones. Bon courage to all those who are fasting in this holy month of Ramadan. B. They have the feelings of mothers and live for us. Just think of your own mother. She breathes and lives, but for her family, especially children, the pain and suffering, but also happiness of hers to when her child is ill, she suffers the most. She does the everyday household chores to keep the family happy. She does not complain. Well, long story short, our frontline COVID warriors have all the defining characteristics of mothers. They are working round the clock to keep us safe. See? Young readers and students corner. We could have reproduced some of this morning British Broadcasting Corporation phrases which we had hurriedly written down in our diary whilst listening to the world news. We will rather try a new idea. At the end of today's article, we will assess this impact. We have a feeling that the response will be good. D. The symptom of the 1983 to 1987 drug business has now developed into a fatal disease. 1. And make no mistake, only fools will be impressed by window dressing. Only queens will judge the bird by its feathers. The imbeciles will judge from outside appearances. And only idiots will judge a book by its cover. But why these typical examples? 2. History is repeating itself these days. With a vengeance. Some people are again taking us Mauritians for a bunch of fools and Maricuian. They are just distracting attention from the real criminals. They are only focusing attention on small drug peddlers and not on the mafia boss. They are turning attention to the tiny goat away from the mammoth elephant. If not, who in this small country can have some 200 million rupees to import 3,600 million rupees drugs? In foreign currencies? Who? Guess. 3. This is the second part of yesterday's paper. Remember, we are focusing on the circumstances leading to the 1986-1987 Drug Commission of Inquiry and the aftermath. A. We are in the last week of December 1985. 4 members of the Legislative Assembly led by Bilidwa were caught with some 40 kilograms of drugs in Amsterdam. It was the second mission in 2 weeks. The first one was to Hong Kong. When they came back from Amsterdam, they had a red carpet treatment at the airport. Nobody was expelled. They were part and parcel of the Anirudh Jugnauth government. No inquiry was conducted into their wealth and or connections. B. Kishore Irpal Singh, Manu Khanna and myself represented the government at the Congress Centenary in then Bombay. In the last week of December 1985, the press had reported a heated discussion between me and the Indian High Commissioner at the airport. I had informed him and Anirudh Jugnauth of that Bilidwa was second Amsterdam drug mission. C. They did nothing. When I came back from India, I refused to meet the Prime Minister. He dismissed me from my post of government chief whip. Why should I support the drug business? All these facts can be verified from the then newspapers. Anirudh Jugnauth was hell-bent on destroying me. D. I wrote a series of articles in La Socialiste on the drug business under the pen name of Insif. 1 year later, the Royal Drug Commission confirmed all my views, concerns, fears and doubts. Only Kamil Ramoli, member of the Legislative Assembly, escaped justice. I blamed my lawyer, Ivan Kalandovelou. He had decided arbitrarily. More later. Soon after Ruud Jugnout sacked me from the government. He started a terrible campaign against me and my family. He accused me of drug trafficking whilst himself harboring the 4 Amsterdam members of the Legislative Assembly. He refused a commission of inquiry. I circulated a petition in the National Assembly. The majority of members of the Legislative Assembly, 37, signed it, and Ruud Jugnout was forced to appoint a commission of inquiry. But he politicized it. Sir Maurice Rolt was from party militant Social Democrat, his own cousin was the assessor, etc. I was the main witness, and Ruud Jugnout plotted and gave me hell. I quote a few phrases from Sir Maurice Rolfe's report. Mr. Boudou, who was the prime accuser, unexpectedly found himself accused. It is abundantly proved that Mr. Boudou, without any regard for the interests of his party or his own advantage, waged a relentless war on drug traffickers. He showed himself the vertical and competent detective. Of course, I did not agree to some of their findings on me. No surprise, and Ruud Jugnout called magistrates to his office to condemn me. Note: we have underlined 19 phrases for students. Keep reading, keep learning. Like and subscribe for more thrilling articles. Thank you for watching.